Yo, what's happening, y'all? RC the Trackaholic in the building. This is the Cide Show. I got a special guest in the house tonight. You know what I'm saying? I bring you guys, some good music people, some artists, some producers, stuff like that. But tonight, I got Seattle's own, uh, one of the best boxers, if not the best, undefeated, 5-0 by way of knockouts. Okay, Washington Golden Glove 2025. And not only that, but Golden Boy Prestige Fighter of 2025. We are talking about the one and only Malik Ogun Woolery. What's happening?
Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Yo, I know it happens a lot. A lot of people say Ogun is a Ugun, Ogun, Ogun. It's Goon. Oh,
That's better.
no, it's all
Now
good.
you good. Let it go. Let it ride. Let it
Let
ride.
it ride. It's all good.
All right, I
Because,
appreciate it. And he said, and I read it when you followed me earlier. And
yeah,
okay. Ogun.
I like to let people have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whatever it is. Whatever it is to you, it still runs.
Tell people be like Goone is Goon.
Yeah. Goonie.
Thank you for being a good sport about it, man. But man, I want to let you know, first of all, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on my show, man. You guys reached out to me, and we were playing phone tag, and then you guys had to get like old Russ to hit me up, and I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Of course I'm gonna do this. So I'm so glad that you guys hit me up, man.
Yeah, we almost had more than Russ get on you because I called Buzz, I called Fred, I called everybody. That was like RC's my guy. He ain't even hit me back, but it's all good.
Look, you my guy, so I'm definitely gonna handle business. But man,
I almost called big cousin Nina and tried to get her to get on you.
oh man, now I'm in trouble when you do that. But yeah, I've been checking out everything, and I want to start out by asking you guys about let's go with the can we get into scrapyard real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so because I actually found scrapyard boxing, right? I found it on YouTube. I didn't realize that it was local at first.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't because where it originated was down in the Midwest, and
Yeah.
Virginia branch was the first branch that started,
Okay.
and they were street beefs scrapyard or
Mhm.
street beefs. Sorry, not scrapyard. They were actually street beefs fight yard,
Gotcha.
and scrapyard came from Steve Higuera, Fire Chicken, the guy who started here in Washington. Of course, he had to get permission to start the branch. And when he
Mhm.
did that, he had to come up with a yard name, and Scrapyard became the yard name.
Okay, so I like here's a quick like I just want to know like why are they outside?
It's it's a I would say it's kind of a vintage thing. It goes back to like the old school backyard brawls.
Okay,
If you remember what like Kimball Slice came out of, it was a backyard brawl scene. And that's where he turned into something big. And then that kind of faded out. And Chris Wilmore, I'll say his name, started that kind of like piggybacked on that and just took off with that.
gotcha. Okay, I get that. All right. Now Malik, so you got you got into scrapyard as well. Like what was that like how'd you get started doing that?
Actually, my older brother Deontay Anderson, he's doing comedy out here in Seattle. Check him out. But he encouraged me to do it. He was just like, "Yo, you're in like, I played football my whole life. He's like, you're in shape, man." He showed me the videos of some of these guys I was fighting. He's like, "Man, you're way better than you can do way better than that." So eventually, I think it was for like my 25th birthday, I went out there and I just signed up. I had, I was training a little bit up until that point. That's actually when I met my coach that has been coaching me up until this point, Jermaine White.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started, I gave it a shot. I fought a guy that was 0-0. It was my first fight,
Mm-hmm.
and I went in there and I knocked him out, and like
Nice.
devastatingly. You
Right,
could tell now. You could tell now, looking at that video compared to now. I was very green then, but
right.
still prepared for someone at that level.
And that was what, how many years ago?
That was what, like
4 years ago.
40. Yeah, about 4 years ago. And so, I mean, I went out. My first few fights were actually like knockouts, or should have been, or could have been. And So I just kept going with it. I said, this is the thing. You know, I always felt like a fighter, always felt like a warrior. Like I said, I played football. I was one of those guys always looking for contact. So, you know, it just, but at the same time, having finesse when I need it. So, it just kind of, it was an easy transition for me. Essentially, you know, once I started, all I had to do was focus on the skill. The physicality was already there.
And see, we had a guy on our team, a team Peixoto. We had a fight team, and Jay Goddard was the leader of that thing. And he saw Ogun at that. He's like, we need him on the team. And then I went to Ogun. I went to his coach, Jermaine White, and was like, let's work. Let's get you guys on our fight team. And he technically would end up being the first boxer that we saw enough potential in to kind of like, we want to invest in him 100%. So we've been backing him now as Peixoto for the past 4 years.
Yeah, he was the first guy to reach out to me, man. Good people always. But yeah, exactly. You know, started off with the Peixoto team, and it's been good since. So it all kind of happened simultaneously. But once I started going to the gym, LA Fitness, getting work on my own, pretty much doing what I can do, it worked out. God like aligned the stars perfectly because I ran into my coach, Jermaine White, who's been my coach at this point, taught me everything I know, actually, really and truly. And I ran into him going into my first street beast fight. So I ran into him perfect timing. Perfect timing. Just happened to be going to fitness. And there was a handful of us that was meeting up with him and everything. And throughout the years, I'm the one that stuck around. And the real reason why I stuck around was because my first 2 or 3 fights were knockouts. So it was like, why wouldn't I continue to just build off this and see where I can take it? And I just got more and more in love with the game and trying to work on my craft and really trying to own the technique, you know, which was to me, I feel like it's a perfect setup for me because I didn't really have to work on my physicality as much. It was already there. So I could just really focus on technique and learning boxing and learning the technique and learning the skill more so than getting in shape.
Gotcha.
Which a lot of guys got to do. Like I see it all the time. That's like before you do anything else, your body got to be able to keep up. So it was a blessing. It's like, you know, even though I didn't start boxing earlier, like at a young age, which a lot of people say you should or whatever the case is, it still worked out for me because I mean I didn't gas myself out with boxing because I was doing something else.
Right.
Yeah, man. So it worked out perfectly. Worked out perfectly. But yeah, I guess to answer your question, I started at 25.
Okay, 25. Okay, so they would consider that kind of a late bloomer in the boxing world.
Yeah, you know, people always say, you know, that's late to start, but from my experience, people who start so young, they get burnt out before they're even 21. So and then they kind of just lose the love of the game or whatever. And I mean that's a lot of time to be training day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, all year long. There's no season. So one thing I would say about, you know, starting later is you don't get burnt out. And that's the main thing for me. But it's easy to. It's easy. Even starting now, you know, you can get burnt out. You're training every day. You're eating right. You're, you know, practicing good habits. You know, it's really no time to take days off and like enjoy yourself and go party and drink and kick it because then it sets you back. You know, so it's just commitment for sure.
So tell me, when you get ready for fights, like what's you know, mentally you have to get ready. You know, you already were in a physical shape, you know, from being an athlete, but mentally on the mental side, what's that like getting ready for a fight for you?
Mentally, man, thankfully I ran into a great coach who knows what he's doing, knows what he's talking about, been in the game, had plenty of pro fights, amateur fights, and because of his teaching and his coaching, I'm able to do what I'm taught and know that just doing that will take me a long way. So I just keep it simple. You know what I mean? That helps me keep my mind at ease. Sometimes you just get overwhelmed and caught up with I'm not doing enough. When in reality, I really am. Just by doing the simple things. You don't need a crazy, super fancy gym. You don't need a super crazy oxygen chamber tank. You don't need to go run mountains. You just got to make it work. You know what I mean? And and you know, when a lot of the, you know, historically great boxers did simple stuff, it's not like they had a bunch of scientific things and
Right.
crazy, you know, they didn't even use a lot of mitts back in the day. A lot of
Mhm.
bag work and shadow boxing, and those guys, you know, Ray Leonard and Robinson and Rocky Marciano and you know, a lot of those old school guys, you know, throwback kind of guys, who set the tone. It's kept it simple.
So let me ask you this. Clearly, you know, you're an athlete. You know, you'd already played football. You're out there in Kent, correct?
Yeah, yep, Kim Meridian. But Royals.
Okay. Oh, dig it. Okay. So you're already an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Not that you don't have to prepare, but it was easier for you. But what about mental? What about the mental preparation for, you know, focusing in on boxing and even like either before a fight or even before training? Like what's that look like for Malik?
Well, as long as you have a good teaching, good game plan, good coaching, you just stick with that. It makes your mind like at much more ease. You know what I mean? You can only do what you can do. If you feel like you can't do enough, then you're in the wrong sport. But you know, if you could just do what you need to do, it makes everything much more simple. So I just keep it simple and just work on the basics and the fundamentals.
Right. Yeah. Mike Tyson with no socks. I feel you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but, you know, simple. Yeah, you know, uncomplicated. Okay, I understand that. So you got the whole city of Seattle, you know, behind your back, you know what I'm saying, pushing you to where you're trying to go. How does that feel to you?
Man, it's an honor, man. It's amazing. Feels great to just be the guy to kind of be the face of boxing for this city.
Yeah.
For a long time they haven't had nobody, and you know, we got Seahawks doing their thing, winning Super Bowls. Got the Sonics coming back. You know, World Cup was just out here, man. So it seems like Seattle just have things coming up out of, you know, booming. We got artists, you know, always have artists. So you know,
Yeah.
definitely want to be the guy to be part of that history for Seattle and just add to the culture that we got going on over here.
Yeah, that man is real dope that like the young people you know, who are coming up behind us, you know, even, you know, as like, you know, musicians and you know, rappers and just you know, creators and athletes, you feel me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm sure that being a part of that ranks is
artists.
an honor for you. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Speaking of artists real quick, you can you give me like your top 5 Seattle artists that you love, maybe even that you listen to while training or anything like that?
I can definitely give you one for sure. And
Okay.
my guy Mike Jack.
Oh, Mike Jack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, he come through with that raunchy, that shit that make you want to go hard. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's my go-to guy right there. I like Toupee, man. He's got some joints that I like, man. You can just throw that on. But more than that, man, honestly, I gotta get more into the Seattle wave. I'm slacking. I'm liking, man. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
That
guilty.
can happen. There's a lot of
It
music out
happens.
there,
Yeah, man. But most definitely, if I hear something that I like, I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in. So most definitely.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna tap in on this one real quick because we got a
Uh-huh.
guy, an artist. His name is Kajon Powell. He's out of Chicago.
Okay.
He's currently here in Washington, and I got him working on Ringside song for his walkout.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah. You gotta have that.
It's gonna be dope. And I told him to make a few songs. I actually got a few artists working on songs for Malik's walkout songs. So what
Okay.
I'm gonna do is give those to Malik and let him choose the one that he feels is the right one for him.
For sure. Also, I didn't mention Boomer Baby. I like Boomer Baby as well.
Okay.
And Marco Sauls, I went to school with him. He's good. He's got some good shit too. But yeah, I definitely gotta get
Hey, look, that's a solid 5 too. That's okay.
That's a solid lineup. It's a solid lineup.
All right. So speaking of tops, you know, top 5, whatever, you know what I'm saying? How about this? Top 3 current boxers that you would like to call out.
That I would like to call out.
Yeah.
Well, the number one guy in my weight class is Boo Ennis.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
The number one fighter in my weight class at super welterweight is Jerome Boo Ennis.
Gotcha.
His name,
Lieutenant.
He's probably one of the most exciting fighters to watch right now, with some of the most extraordinary like style and skill and talent. He's knocking fools out. He just had a fight recently. He got the stoppage and whatever round that was. So he's he's doing his thing. He's number one. So, and he's in my weight class. So when I train to beat the best, not train to beat mediocre people. So I gotta go for number one. So that's just something I'm working toward for sure.
Right.
But he's number one in my weight class. What's his name? Fedora, I think is up there too. So whoever's really up there is who I'm going for, who I'm aiming to beat. You know what I mean? Whoever's up there, it's nothing personal. So it's not like, oh, I want you because I want you because where I need to be.
Yeah. King of the Hill, straight up.
Or giving you that way. Oh yeah. Yeah, but Jerron Ennis. Yeah, Jerron Ennis for sure, and Fedora, and then whoever's up there.
Whoever's up on top.
Yeah. It's not personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we could do the list all day, but I got one more for you. So we going back to the classics, you know what I'm saying? Like your top 5 boxers of all time.
I like Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay.
Just the way you don't have a lot of footage on him, but what you do have, he's just doing basic stuff, and it works for him. You know, and you got the craziest win to lose streak. No one's ever gonna beat that. I'm sure it's not gonna ever get beaten. People aren't even fighting more than twice a year. So, like, he's living up there. He's never gonna be beaten when it comes to that. And he was fighting the best too, and he beat everybody like 4 times. He beat everybody more than once, I swear. So, pretty much, then the guys after that I like Sugar Ray Leonard. Muhammad Ali. I like Pernell Whitaker. Those are some of my guys that I like because they move and they box and they have style, and they're not just coming straight forward. They know how to do everything. They get knocked down and lose. They do it all. Right. We're probably surprised why I don't have like Mike Tyson on there, and Mike Tyson is exciting to watch. I just don't like to base how I fight off his style. Some people might say I look like it, which is funny.
It's because his style is a lot like Tyson.
Everybody says I look like Tyson. I'm like, it's funny because he's the last person in my head I'm trying to think about emulating. But it works out.
Malik, right? Trying to be like Malik.
Yeah, exactly. I like to be able to do it all. You know what I mean? So those fighters that I just named are the guys that I watch. I don't really watch new guys. I don't really keep up with them. To be honest, I don't know their names. You ask me what I like to call out. I don't even be knowing these guys' names, man. It's because I'm not a fan. I'm in it. I do it. You know what I mean? So, but when I do watch boxing, honestly, I watch old school boxing. These new guys, to me, I'm watching them to see how I can beat them. And I go and I watch it, and I'm like, okay, I'm not missing nothing. I'm on the right track. I'll check back in. I check back in later to see if anything's changing. So, I don't like focusing on too much other guys. So, but anyway, not to get too far off the question. I like
That's good stuff. I get it.
Yeah. And Ali and Pernell Whitaker.
Okay. All right. Now, talking about promotional teams, like, so if you had to get into like one of the major promotional teams, we got like Top Rank, Mayweather, Golden Boy, Zuffa, what we got, Benavidez, where would you go, or where would you like to go?
Wherever is a good match for me, man. Whatever feels good. I know right now we've been working with Benavidez and everything, and I haven't gotten the real time to really spend time with them and everything. But they're based out of Seattle. I'm in Seattle. They seem like they good people. Lynn knows them more than I do. Yeah. So, but we're gonna see where it goes. We're gonna see where it goes with that. I know I've been.
Let me tap in because so I act as his agent in respect to he's his own manager. About the music game that I used to be involved with. We all know about the music game and getting managers and things and how managers do artists. So I took that and I flipped it and said, you know what?
it's better for him to be independent as his own manager. And just I would work as his agent. And so what I've done now, and Coach White has done, is we reached out to a significant amount of promotional companies to see who's going to look out for him and give him the best, not just necessarily deals, but who is going to, support him and back him as the man that he is over the fighter that they want him to be. Because the Don King days, we took the fighter and they stripped him. They stripped him of integrity and everything. And now we don't want that. We want to keep that in his lap. So we've already gotten talked. I'll share a little bit, some secrets, but we've already talked with Mayweather Boxing Promotions. We've already talked to Zuffa. We've been dealing with American Boxing Promotions. That's Luis Tapia, who he's been fighting under for the last year. And shout out to him, because Luis Tapia has gotten in some great fights in Mexico. One fighter in particular we thought was going to be, I think, a lot better than what he was. And Malik went out there and just gave him the business. And Luis Tapia, shout out to him, gave us that opportunity. So right now, being that I've helped work with Benavidez and their nonprofit, I'm trying to partner up with Benavidez and Luis Tapia, who has been given Malik. He's been there for Malik since the day he started to turn pro. And what we don't want to do is turn our back on people who are there for us, who are, just in support of not just him as the boxer, but him as the man who has a wife and has a child and knows what his training regimens are and all of these things. Luis Tapia is in Mexico and sometimes in Las Vegas, and he doesn't come up to watch Malik in person for training. He trusts Malik, and we need people that are going to trust our fighter. And I think at the end of the day, that's going to be the biggest thing, is like, what promotion or company out there is going to give us what we want in respect to us. We'll scratch your bag, you scratch ours. You trust us, we trust you. And are we going to make the most money for him that makes sense? It has to make sense. Are you giving us the fighters that we want, or are you giving the fighters that they want so that they can produce a show and they can get big dollars, and then Malik is kind of stuck without? So that's where we're at right now, trying to do the best for him.
Okay. All right. So we're kind of wrapping it up here, but before we get out of here, I want to ask you, Malik.
But I will tap in and say, though, that I did forget to say that Mayweather wasn't just one of them. We've already I've already reached out to Top Rank. Coach White has already spoken to Zuffa and gotten in contact with them, and they're looking at saying, give us Malik at 10-0, and then let's talk business. Right now, he's 5-0, and we're going after some big things right now. Yes, sir.
That's she's got an order to fill. It don't sound like it's gonna be that hard, though.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Hey, so Malik, I wanted to ask you about the youth. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like, once you're climbing up the ranks, you're definitely ahead of where you're trying to go. When you get to a certain place where you're able to help out, what would you like to do most for the ones behind you, the kids, the ones coming after you?
I kind of just heard that last part. Correct me if I'm wrong. You said, what do I want to do for the youth once I make it to a point where I can? I mean, you can always help the youth, whether you have nothing or a lot. I mean, you got something always to offer. We were just out in Spokane last week helping with the youth football, 6th to 8th grade. 180 kids over there, man. We was just working with them and having fun and teaching them things they don't know. It was my first time doing the coaching thing, and it was just amazing to see how much these kids can use. I haven't played football in years, and I'm thinking the game has changed or whatever. And it's simple things that help them. It's just amazing to be a person that can do that for somebody. And so I just it doesn't need to be super big. It doesn't need to be major. It just needs to be 100,000 kids you help, as long as you're helping someone a little bit more than what they work. So I mean, with more resources, it would just be even more that I can do. But it's never an ending thing. If you see someone that you help, especially the youth, There's no reason to hold out on him. You know what I mean? There's no reason.
Yeah.
So it's a number of things. Just whatever comes up, whatever I can do.
And I think that starts now.
Yeah,
Because right now, where we are right now, where he's training at right now, Nomad Boxing Gym, as you can see behind us, these are kids. And Manny has placed a great gym in the inner city community, south in Seattle, where we do have a lot of kids that are troubled teens or coming from situations that can come right here, right now, and get the training. And Malik is always willing to help. So even right now, he doesn't have to make it big, but like you said, with a bigger platform, we could do more. And but yeah, Nomad Boxing Skyway has classes for kids right now, and Manny, Coach Manny, who's the head coach here, would do anything he can to help kids, even if the finances aren't what they need to be.
Dig it. Now let's talk about these upcoming events you guys got going on, man. You guys got some major stuff going on. I'm just gonna let you, just explain it. What you guys got going on in the next month or so?
Well, as you know, we got a fight. I got a fight August 8th, Queen Casino, home debut. The fight start at 7, and leading up to that fight, we're gonna have a fight party. Got the flyers here. Oh, camera there. We will post these on my social media, Lynn's social media, everything. It's local in Seattle, Chapel Lounge.
Okay.
There'll be special guests. We give out a little, probably do a ticket giveaway for some fights, either Emerald Queen or I have another fight coming up in September. That would be in Oregon, in Portland. So I guess that's a good segue into the next. I have that fight in Oregon in September, fight in August 8th, the fight party July 31st before the August 8th fight. And then so that's kind of the window, that's just kind of the stretch we have right now.
Okay.
So the pre-fight party be at the Chapel Lounge, downtown Seattle in Pioneer Square.
Got it.
Chapel Lounge, $10 entry. All the proceeds to this goes to Malik's fight camp and helping him train to get down to Oregon. Of course, we have 5 fights. The Oregon fight will be number 7. From that point, the division is 3 more fights, and now we can start negotiating with those big guys. And so we're really trying to build this platform. The thing about boxers is that they do have gym fees that they got to take care of. They have travel expenses and all these other things that they got to be on top of. And the biggest, I think the biggest thing that we forget about when it comes to fighters is what they leave at home. He has a wife and a son at home. So when he's not present to be there for them, and he's on the road and he's fighting, he still has to provide an income. So he has to figure out, does his day job pay for that, and then how does he pay for this? We'll be taking $10. It's a real cheap entry. That's the pre-fight we'll be running a slideshow. That's a highlight reel on the screen. DJ Russ, Sleepy Maynard will be out there. Dream Team Promotions will be doing the DJing. The party is hosted by Pichotto, of course, and then so we have sponsors. Of course, we have this sponsor here, Nomad Boxing, the Chapel Lounge, the Scrapyard, Dream Team Promotions, Sugar White Boxing, and then Pichotto Clothing Company. And so always looking for sponsors too, because that thing is it does cost a lot. Whether that's new gear, gym fees, eating right, all of those things, right? So that's the pre-fight party. This is the flyer for the Emerald Queen Casino. As you can see on there, there's a number of people that are fighting on that card. Julio Dados is from Benavides Boxing. Shout out to Dados. He'll be fighting with us. We're not fighting against us, but we're all going to fight together on that night. So there's about, I think, a 6-bout fight card going on that night. So Dados will be fighting.
Shout out Ref.
Yeah,
Ref is on there.
Ref is on there. We have Hayden. Hayden is also a fighter from the Scrapyard. He fought for Scrapyard. He's now a pro now. And then
I heard Dedric's supposed to be on.
Dedrick is supposed to be fighting. He's the local Tacoma guy that is doing big things as well. And then Burrito's son will be also fighting. Jaleel will be also fighting there too as well. So it's a big fight night at the Emerald Queen on August 8th. And then again, here's that. If anybody wants this QR codes or whatever, tap into our social media pages and we can get you guys tickets. And then Malik will also be signing and doing autographs on his own promo poster for that night. Malik, Shamar, Malik, Ogun, Woolery. It shows his stats on there. His slogan is "That's what we do," and I like that because that's pretty dope, right? He came up with that himself.
We do.
And Emerald Queen on August 8th, and then after that he'll be in September in Oregon, and we'll be following up with what that'll look like as well. So just trying to stay busy, man, and keep him going, and all
right, I got my
titles.
He's
gonna spar.
Yeah, I gotta spar. My guys been waiting a long time.
Hey, look, I don't blame you. Look, real quick, any shout outs? That's all I need. That's all I need to end up with.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to first off my coach, Jermaine Whiteman. Like I said, he showed me everything I know as far as being in the ring. Shout out to Landman, been putting in that work for me, man. Good people always since I met him. Shout out to Coach Manny and Nomad. Shout out to DreamWork, Dream Team Promotions, Scrapyard. Shout out there, man. That's where it started. The Chapel Lounge. That's where we're having the pre-fight party. If you showed up, of course. Shout out to Ashley, that's my baby.
And your son,
and my baby girl, and Sayer, my little mans. What I mean? They keep me in check. So definitely a big shout out to them. My lady, she helped me out a lot. So much love to them, and to all the supporters and my guys that I support with. What I mean? Can't do it without you guys. So much love.
Well, Malik, man, I really
and shout out to you, RC. I appreciate you for doing the podcast.
Man, it's nothing, man, and it's an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show, man. I was excited. I was like, man, this is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah,
let's
definitely.
keep it going.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but we'll clean it up.
Yeah, we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna keep it going. We'll meet back in after September or before, whatever.
All right, yeah, we gonna talk. Yeah, we might talk about some partnerships too. So yeah, it sounds like
we're
gonna see each other quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, let's turn it up.
Hey,
all right, fam. We're gonna let him go do
his
Yes.
Peace to the people.
Yeah.
All right, get busy. I'll be over there in a sec. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Thanks, bro. But again, yeah, man. We just doing. We're here at and I want to just share this too with you guys that are on. But Nomad Boxing Gym, for those that need to know, Skyway 12600 Renton Avenue South up in Skyway. Nomad Boxing, Coach Manny, he's a great dude. There's also George Credit Boxing. He's also in here too. He has a event coming up, and you're always welcome, RC, to come to all the events, bro. I got you. Don't even worry about it. If you want to sit ringside, you want to record, you want to come out and do some commentating, all of that, bro. I got you. I'd love to see you get involved in this atmosphere. And I think the other piece about it for me is that I like posing opportunity for those around me, especially in this network of athletics. Because I coach football, I coach track and everything, and I don't see enough. Proof in the play. He comes out and does football every now and again, but he doesn't. I don't think he does it at the caliber of like all sports. And I think we need that. But Credit Boxing on August 15th will be right here. He's putting on a boxing showcase. He'll be looking for any fighters that want to come out and fight. So you want to put that out there. Anybody that wants to come and get down could give him a call. Give you his contact number, 206-327-5123. That's his contact. Hit him up if you know anybody that wants to come out and display or do a showcase here at the Nomad Boxing. But there's going to be this place will change. And I'll give you guys the area a little bit better view. But as you can see, the gym, it currently right now has the ring behind us, and then big space.
Yeah,
it's a nice space, bro. And we're gonna be he's gonna be putting on a show. So a lot of this stuff will clear out around the ring. There's a microphone that drops from the ceiling. He'll be in there doing ring announcement. We'll have chairs all around this place, and it'll be putting on a big show. He's done shows here before in the past, and I think it's super dope because it's local. It's right here in our community where I personally grew up in Skyway. And I love the opportunity he's given to the kids, especially to keep them off the streets. Yeah. That's a big thing, is to keep them out of trouble and get them into the gym. There's also counseling here, mentoring. It's more than just the fight, right? And so I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. But
Okay.
we're doing some things with Malik, like I told you about. Yeah, man, come on down to the. I want you to come down on the 31st, man, and come get down with us because there's some special guests that we'll have there. Also signing autographs. We'll have Jose Benavides Jr. You know who he is, world champion. David's brother, also played in the Creed movies. He'll be down there at this signing autographs. We'll have a couple of athletes coming down from the Seattle Seahawks. They'll be in attendance. I don't want to say names right now, but we do have 4 that are coming in. Marcus Trufant will be in on that night to help us out promotions. And then, and so we're just going to do a big, nice pre-fight party on the 31st of this month. We'll be selling tickets at that event, and then we're at the Emerald Queen, man. And so come get down with us, and come to the Emerald Queen with us, bro. We'd love to have you.
Sure, I'd love to be there too. Okay, so I got you on that.
Yeah, and shout out to WFC because World Fighting Championships, Matt and my guy, his name is Leonard. He's the fight promoter, or he's the fight matchmaker for WFC. People don't know that WFC is a really big entity in respect to like boxing and fighting. They do MMA, they do boxing, they do Muay Thai. I mean, they do it all. And then shout out to Keith Ware, who is a longtime boxing matchmaker here in Washington. He does a lot too, and he's currently going to be doing some stuff with Arena Wars, and that's what we're going to be fighting on their card in October or in September.
All right. Okay, man. That's a lot of info, and I'm about to put it all out there for him, man, and make sure that they get it, especially before the event. So I'm definitely going to be putting all that stuff out there for you guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. We appreciate you.
Man, it's all good, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Once again, it's an honor to be talking to you guys, and it sounds like we're gonna be doing quite a bit of stuff together anyway.
Yeah. And you know what, man? I'm always in something, man. So we gotta stay connected, and then I'm in everything, bro. If it ain't managing, I'm coaching. If I'm not coaching, I'm doing something. Everything, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, man, on that note, man, we're going to get up out of here on behalf of the Cide Show, man. It was an honor and pleasure once again to have you and Malik Ogun Woolery on the show, man. And, man, I'm going to see you guys soon. And, man, many more to come. You know what I'm saying? And good luck to you guys and all your endeavors and adventures. I know it's going to be great. And Seattle's behind you and the Cide Show's behind you, too.
Yeah, man, we trying to get these world titles, baby. You already know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Peace, man.
Peace out.
God bless.
All right.